Hi, I am Jane Mananal and we will discuss about the forms of business organization and their advantage and disadvantage. Four forms of business organization. First is the sole proprietorship, the simplest and most common form of business ownership. Sole proprietorship is a business owned by run by someone for their own benefit. The business existence is entirely dependent on the owner's decision. So when the owner dies, so does the business. Second is partnership. There are two types of partnership. First, the general, second, the limited. First, in general partnership, both owners invest their money, property, labor, and etc. to the business and are both 100% liable for business debts. In other words, even if you invest a little into a general partnership, you are still potentially responsible for all its debts. General partnership do not require a formal agreement. Partnership can be verbal or even implied between the two business owners. Second is limited. Limited partnership require a formal agreement between the partners. They must also file a certificate or a partnership with the state. Limited partnership allow partners to limit their own liability for business debts according to their portion of ownership and investments.
Hello, I'm Renz Video. Corporation. Corporations are for tax purposes, separate entities, and are considered as legal person. This means, among other things, that the profits generated by corporation are taxed as the personal income of the company. Then, any income distributed to the shareholders or dividends or profits are taxed again as a personal income of the owners. Limited Liability Company or LLC. Similar to limited partnership, an LLC provides owner with limited liability while providing some of the income advantages of the partnership. Essentially, the advantages of partnership and corporation are combined in LLC, mitigating some of the advantages of each.
Hi, I'm Lazzy Almazan. So this day we will tackle about the advantages of partnership and the advantages of proprietorship. First, we have advantages of partnership. 1. They shared resources provides more capital for the business. 2. Each partner shares the total profits of the company. 3. Similar flexibility and simple design of a proprietorship. And lastly, inexpensive to establish a business partnership. Those are advantages of partnership. Next, we will proceed to the advantages of the proprietorship. 1. All profits are subject to the owner. There is a very little regulation for proprietorship. Number 3. Owners have total flexibility when running the business. And lastly, very few requirements for starting, often only a business license.
This time, I will give the advantage of a corporation and advantage of LLC. So the advantage of corporation limits the liability of the owner to debts or losses. Second, profits and losses belong to the corporation. Third, can be transferred to new owners fairly easily. Fourth, personal assets cannot be sized to pay for business debts. So the advantage of an LLC, liability to the company owners for debts or losses. Second, the profits of LLC are shared by the owner without double taxation.
Everyone, my name is Hannah Rabino Bagasin, and this is the sole proprietorship disadvantage. The disadvantage of sole proprietorship is that the sole proprietorship is not flexible in any case of transferability because all license and registrations are obtained in the name of the proprietorship, which are linked to the PAN of the proprietorship and which cannot be transferred to any other person. And another is the disadvantage of partnership. The disadvantage of partnership is that sometimes the partner may not agree with one another in taking decisions, and the creditors of the firm can recover their loans amount from the personal properties of the partnership. That's all, thank you.
Hi ma'am, I'm Nino Joel Bustamante, and the disadvantage of corporation is the government regulation. Because corporations are created by law, they are subject to greater regulation and they need to control. Unlike single proprietorship and partnership that they can make the plan what they want on their business or company. And start a corporate business requires complex paperwork because this type of business organization is created by law of government regulation. Corporate operation and establishing a corporate